Yo, what is going on, my friends? Nate, Dragon Blogger Tech and Entertainment. Today, I am super excited to showcase to you this whole house humidifier from Y&O. This can output at 1,200 milliliters an hour, cover up to 1,000 square feet, and it's got a 10-liter capacity. It's going to be awesome. Let's go ahead and unbox it, and I'll show you everything that comes inside of the box. This is going to be great because where I live, it is super, super dry almost year round. So whenever I wake up in the mornings, my nose is always super dry. My throat was always kind of sore a little bit. And being that this is going to be able to cover up my whole house with that warm mist, super excited for that. So we're going to have a little instruction manual right here. It should be pretty plug and play, but we'll go ahead and take a look at that here in a little bit. Everything is packaged super nicely. And as soon as you open it, it looks like you just have the humidifier right here ready to be taken out of the box. Empty box, everything we need's already here. All right, so as you can see, everything was packaged really nicely. We have some tissue right here that's kind of protecting everything going on inside of it. Let's see how we get this out. Oh, okay, simple enough. So simple enough, you just got to push this down and then you're able to take this off. And now it looks like all of the components, we're going to have it all right in here. And I kind of figured that the power cable would be on the inside. And if you take a look on the inside, there's nothing else. So we just fill it up with water and then we should be good to go. So getting this setup out of the box once you get everything kind of unpackaged is super simple. So you just want to make sure you have it plugged in. But before you do that, I almost missed this. Down here on the bottom, you're going to notice that you actually have two separate tanks. And these tanks can work independently of each other. So let's say you have them both filled up to the max fill line, which is on the sides right over here. If one goes empty, it'll automatically switch over to the other side. So you don't need to have both of them. But you guys can see right down there at the bottom on either side, you have the little filter. Make sure you take off that tape right there. And it's always recommended, regardless if you are using a cool air humidifier, warm air humidifier, or a combo like this one, that you are using non-hard water. So use some purified water just because you don't want those minerals building up going through that filter and through the system. So we've got some purified water right here. We're going to go ahead and start pouring some water in. And we'll just do about 1/4 of the way on each side just to test this out. Okay, so now that we've got it plugged in, you can see that we just have a few controls up here. Super easy to understand, but we're going to go ahead and press the power button. And you are going to notice that it starts to kick on. You have a percentage right here on the humidity percentage. This is going to tell you where you're at. So if you want to adjust how powerful this is outputting at, you see these 3 drops right up here on top. You can click that and it's changed right here. So the 1 droplet right here is pushing out the least amount of mist. 2 is a little bit more, and 3 is the most right there. If you want to set a timer, you have 1 hour, 2 hour, and 4 hour increments. You can just simply press that right there, and it's highlighted right on the little screen. If you want to change an automatic humidity percentage, you can change it with this button right here, the 0/0, and it has 3 different settings that it will automatically adjust to. So let's say you want the humidity level in your home to always be at 50%. It's very simple. You can just click that button right up there and you have 50, 60, or 70. So when the machine recognizes that the humidity is less than what you have it set here, it'll automatically kick on and bring it to the humidity that you have set right there. If you have kids and you really don't want them messing with the humidity setting, all you have to do is just simply hold down this lock button right here, and you'll notice after you hold it down for a few seconds, what's going to happen is it's going to go red right here. That means they can no longer control anything on here. Now, the one thing they can do is they can turn it off. I don't really know why they didn't lock that out with that feature, but your kids are able to do that. So one of the things that I did want to point out is if you don't notice any mist coming out immediately, that's because this machine is currently heating up that water to do the warm mist. And while we're waiting for that, just look at how lazy my dog is. He thinks he's a couch dog. I mean, he is. All right, let's go ahead and unlock this right here so we can mess with the controls. You can start to see that if I just pan the camera up a little bit, you can see the humidity is starting to come out, or not the humidity, but the mist is starting to come out. Let's go ahead and adjust this so we can see what the flow looks like on the max value indicated right there. The humidity and the mist, it all comes from right here. Usually they have like a little spout, so it's just kind of pointing in one direction, but since this is coming out in an even circle, it's going to have some more flow than most humidifiers. Might be kind of hard for you guys to see, but you can start to see the mist coming out right there. Now the machine is still building up that heat, so as it builds that heat up and it starts to vaporize that water inside a little bit more, that's when you'll start to see more mist. But rest assured, this is definitely, I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, my hands are already wet.